78% of people admit they are completely exhausted from trying to fix their lives on their own. Why do we keep pushing ourselves to the breaking point when the results leave us empty? What if the secret to a strong and peaceful life is not about trying harder, but simply staying connected? In a world full of pressure and constant striving, we are told to do more and be better. But in the 15th chapter of John, Jesus gives us a completely different approach. He does not tell us to work harder. He simply says to abide in Him. This sounds incredibly simple, but what does it actually mean? Does it mean you have to pray for hours or read the Bible all day long? Or is it something much deeper and deeply relational? In this video, we will break down what abiding in Christ truly means, using the 15th chapter of John as our guide. By the end of this message, you will understand how this single truth can completely transform your daily peace and your relationship with God. Part 1 explores the setting and why Jesus spoke about abiding. Before we define the word, we must understand the urgency of this moment. This conversation happened just before his crucifixion. Jesus knew he was about to leave his disciples physically, so he focused his final words on connection. He called himself the true vine and his Father the gardener. In the Old Testament, Israel was often described as a vine that failed to produce good fruit. Now Jesus declares that he is the true source of life. He introduces us as the branches. The vine is the source of life, and the branches are completely dependent on it. The fruit is simply the visible result of that connection. Branches do not produce fruit by trying harder. They produce fruit by staying connected. Part 2 answers what the word abide actually means. To abide means to remain or stay and dwell in an ongoing relationship. Jesus told his followers to abide in him, just as a branch must abide in the vine to survive. He did not ask them to perform or impress him. He simply asked them to stay with him. Think about a mobile phone plugged into a charger. The phone does not struggle to get power. It simply stays connected. The moment it disconnects, its battery begins to drain. This is exactly what happens to us spiritually. When we stay connected to Christ, we are strengthened. When we disconnect, we quickly become weak and anxious. Abiding means living in constant dependence on Him every single day. Part 3 explains why abiding is essential and not optional. Jesus made a very strong statement when he said that apart from Him, we can do nothing. He did not say we can do a little less. He said we can do absolutely nothing. Without this vital connection, our efforts completely lack spiritual power. Our good works lose their eternal impact. So what exactly is the fruit that Jesus is talking about here? It is the fruit of character like love and joy and peace. It is obedience to the will of God. It is the impact we have on others when we lead them to the truth. Fruit is never forced. It is the natural, beautiful result of abiding. You will never see a branch shaking and sweating to produce a grape. It simply stays connected, and the fruit naturally appears. In the same way, you do not manufacture joy or force peace. You simply receive it when you abide. If this message is touching your heart, please like this video and comment below. Part 4 reveals what happens when we refuse to abide. Jesus gave a serious warning about branches that do not remain in Him. He said they are thrown away to wither and eventually burn. This is not meant to terrify us, but to reveal a spiritual reality. A disconnected branch has no source of life, so it dries up. In our lives, this looks like a profound loss of passion for God. It looks like constant anxiety and feeling incredibly empty inside. You can look very busy on the outside, but be completely dry on the inside. You can be highly active, but not abiding at all. We all have a natural tendency to drift away and try to survive on our own. That is why Jesus repeats the call to relationship over performance. Part 5 shows us how to practically abide in Christ every single day. Step 1 is to stay anchored in His Word. You must let His teachings live inside of you and shape your daily decisions. Instead of reacting with raw emotion, you can pause and remember His truth. Step 2 is to walk in joyful obedience. We obey God out of deep love rather than crippling fear. Step 3 is to maintain a posture of constant prayer. This means carrying an ongoing awareness of His presence throughout your busy day. Step 4 is to remain fully in His love. Many people fail because they forget how deeply they are loved and accepted by Him. Step 5 is to stay closely connected to other believers. We are meant to grow together and encourage one another on this beautiful journey. Part 6 highlights the ultimate result of a transformed life. When you truly abide in Christ, you experience a deep and steady joy. This is not a temporary mood, but a permanent shift in your soul. Your prayers become incredibly powerful because your heart aligns with His will. Your life begins to bear fruit that lasts for eternity. You step into a life of true significance and reflect the glory of God. To abide means staying connected instead of constantly striving. It means depending on Him instead of exhausting yourself with endless performance. We find our greatest strength in our moments of total weakness. We find profound peace in the middle of absolute chaos. The Christian journey is not about trying harder, but about staying closer. If this brought you peace, please share it with someone who needs it today.